Hello YouTube. ADHD has no longer become irrelevant to all of us. It becomes so relevant because a lot of us struggle with ADHD, motivation issue, and really the lack of attention span and constant urge to get distracted, and all these short form contents have ruined our brain, and we call it a brain rot. And it's really a huge globalized phenomenon that happened, especially after COVID. A lot of students have brain fog, and a lot of students can't really concentrate that well. And today, I want to help you with how you can overcome your ADHD without taking any medications. So number one thing, you don't really become distracted when you organize your environment and sort it the way that your brain wants it. Now, what do I mean this? A lot of people, when you look at it, in their environment itself is kind of designed to get distracted. Humans are really sensitive with the environments that they're surrounded with. If you're in a messy house, you're going to be messy. You're going to expose yourself with a cell phone, you're going to use it. The first thing that you can do is really keep the distance between you and the cell phone, and keep the distance between you and everything that distracts you, and really put yourself in a place where there's no distraction at all. It's kind of like your quiet room, or kind of like a room that has literally nothing but the work that you have to do. No matter how distracted you are, you don't even have anything to be distracted. Sure, you can be distracted by your own thoughts, but when you don't have anything that promotes it or that provokes it, you're going to naturally dive into it with less obstacle. Sure, this isn't going to help you all the time, but it will at least create an environment for you to even begin your journey of not getting distracted. Number two is, this is really important, get enough sleep. A lot of people sleep 6-7 hours, even less than that, 5 hours, and their sleep schedule is really irregular. It really does your brain a lot of damage. Some damages that are not even retractable. Some damages that has done is almost permanent. So some damages that has been done, you cannot even recover from it in a short time. So what you can really do is manage your sleep. The less sleepy you are, the more brain power that you're going to have. Make sure that you sleep in consistent amount. Make sure you sleep in consistent schedule. Make sure you sleep without any distractions. Make sure you don't use your phone before you go to bed. Make sure your quality of sleep is good, and make sure at least take 7 to 8 hours of good sleep. This is the most fundamental basic of all. Don't take caffeine, get a good sleep. Number three is really, you cannot do everything. Everything that you have in your life is limited. Why? Because our attention span is limited and our mind is limited. We cannot focus on every single thing. We have to narrow down sometime, and we have to let go of the things that don't really matter for us. And we have to set a priority on things that do matter for us. And how do we distinguish it? The more practices that you're going to do, is this matter to me? Is this relevant to me? The less of these distractions and obstacles that you're going to have, because you distinguish it. And you have to let go of the desires, and you have to let go of the eagerness of you, the perfect version of you, that you have to do everything, and you have to really you have to do everything, and you have to be good at everything. This is a lie. You don't have to do everything, and you don't have to be good at everything. The things that you really have to do are limited. So focus on that first, and later you're going to expand it. You really have to give up the non-permanent things in order for you to save the permanent things. Do what matters for you first, and rest will just follow. And you can always expand it when you have a good fundamentals, like reading a lot of books, having a good habit, and really be just good at one thing, and you can expand it to another thing, and you can link it. You cannot just be bad at one thing and do another thing to link it. That doesn't really link too much. So here's what you can do to really here's what you can do to get better with ADHD, and I hope you find this